Sonia and Chidi have been married for a couple of years now, and Sonia has been a housewife. So she has made up her mind to go back to work. Chidi, on the other hand, has refused his wife to work. This has become the issue in their marriage. Chidi's excuse is that Sonia is not a mother and there's no need for her to go back to work. Who is going to take care of their son? Chidi was bent on the reason that if Sonia goes back to work, then their marriage is over. Sonia has complained to the family members and they have advised her to stay in the marriage and also not go back to work. But Sonia refused and said that what is the use of her certificate if not to use that to work? Months later, Chidi's work was becoming a problem because he was now demoted and salary has reduced. Things became a little bit more difficult for their family. At this point, Sonia brought up the issue on going back to work again. But Chidi again refused. Sonia contacted one of her friends called Jessie and told her about the situation at home and said with that she cannot stay in this marriage. Sonia planned to leave the house and leave her son with Chidi. So days later, Chidi came back from work and noticed that Sonia was not in the house. Chidi called Sonia so many times but she refused to pick. Sonia was staying with her best friend Jessie. Sonia again invited another lady to her house, and this lady was to act as the maid just to make sure that her husband Chidi and their son is well taken care of. Chidi asked this maid what she was doing here and said she heard that he needed a maid to take care of his son. Chidi told the maid that he did not offer any employment out, that he needed anyone. Well, the maid told him that it seems as if the son has been crying all day, and with that, he will be his nanny in the house and also make sure that he eats well, just to make sure things are well done in the house before his wife comes by, because he also needed the help he can get, since job is difficult for him to maneuver through that as well as the house. Chidi was happy that there was maid in the house but also confused as who employed the maid to be in the house. Days later, Chidi continued to call Sonia but she has refused to pick. Sonia went back to work and was happy about that. Sonia received a call from the maid and said that Chidi has not been eating well and things has not been smooth because Chidi is always thinking about her. Sonia again was not happy but did not want to go back home just because Chidi would not allow her to go back to work. Days later, Jessie received a call from Chidi to ask whether Sonia was with her. Jessie lied that Sonia was not with her. Jessie went back home and told Sonia what encountered on the phone with her husband. Sonia said he has to learn his lesson to allow people do what they want to do, especially if it's going to benefit all of them in the family. Jessie advised her friend to at least pick the husband's call to listen to what he has to say. Maybe he has changed his mind. Sonia again refused to pick the call, but was also making sure that the maid is taking good care of her husband and her son. As weeks went by, Chidi was not in his right senses anymore, and this was affecting his job. Kenny, who is a colleague in the office, approached Chidi and asked what was wrong. Chidi narrated everything to Kenny. Kenny advised him that this is modern day age and women are allowed to do what they want to do, especially if it's going to benefit the family. Chidi refused and also said that this is going to affect how their son is being brought up. But Kenny gave him an example of his own family, saying that his wife is working and his two kids are being taken care of well as well. They have a CCTV at home, they have a maid, and of course they have their own mother who visits once in a while to help them out. And his wife works well as she manages the home well and also do well in her job place. So all you have to do is sit your wife down and have that conversation on how to manage both home and her work. Chidi saw the sense in what his friend told him. He went home, continued to call his wife Sonia, but Sonia refused to pick up. One day, whilst he was eating, he heard a conversation of the maid and noticed that the maid was having conversation with a woman that seems to be like his wife. After the call, Chidi asked the maid who she was talking to. The maid lied and said it was her sister. Chidi asked the maid how come she's able to prepare his meals just like his wife and also arrange some of the things in the house just like his wife. The maid said it might just be coincidence. This also made Chidi notice that maybe his wife was the one that employed the maid. Days later, Chidi immediately was seen at Jesse's house, knocked on the door and said he knows that Sonia is in this house. Jesse refused to pick the call or even open the door. Sonia immediately was at the door listening to the conversation, and Chidi said, "Sonia, I know you are in there. I apologize. I agree to whatever you want to do with your life, especially if you want to go back to work. I accept. And now you can come back home. I miss you so much and I really do love you." After listening to that, Jesse said, "Do you want me to open the door for you?" Chidi agreed immediately. Sonia also agreed. As Jesse opened the door, Chidi hugged Sonia and apologized to her seriously and asked her to come back home. As they went back home, Sonia confessed that she is the one who employed the maid to make sure things are running smoothly in her absence. Chidi was happy that after everything, Sonia still cared about him and their son. Sonia said she could not just abandon them, not even with anything that happened in the world. Chidi was happy and agreed and asked Sonia when she will be returning back to work. Sonia said she has already resumed work and that she wouldn't be working every day of the week. They have given her permission to select the days she'll be working. Chidi was happy about that and was also happy that at least now that she is working, she will contribute financially to everything. Chidi confessed and opened up to Sonia that he has been demoted in his old position and this has affected his salary. And also this was due to the incompetence of his working in the office, and this were all because of the marital issues they were having. Sonia said he shouldn't worry because now that he's back, things will be back on the right track. Chidi was happy and he hugged and kissed Sonia. Next day, Sonia did not go to work, prepare a delicious meal for Chidi to send back to his office as his lunch food. Sonia said today is her off day and this is the reason why this was prepared deliciously. Chidi was happy that In all of this, they have sorted their differences out and their marriage will be running on smoothly. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recap.